there are various scenarios here. I mean, some of you are going to get placed through campus. Some of you are going to find better jobs outside maybe after you graduate from here. So what I have seen with people applying for jobs using our site is we have a job posted. Okay, TCS hiring freshers in Bangalore. We get 1 lakh applications and we send these applications to TCS asking them, okay guys, shortlist. And some of these guys don't get shortlisted. So I get emails, our company gets emails saying, I have great aggregate, why didn't I get shortlisted? It's simple, you don't have a great resume on our site. You haven't created a great resume. And when we talk about a resume, it is just not your aggregate marks, it is not your address, your contact details. It is all about what you have done that differentiates you from the rest. It's very simple. On a resume, it's important that you add your seminar related topics, your achievements, and I mean, if you won a prize, if you've done a paper presentation somewhere, you add that. If you've hosted that somewhere online, you link to that. I mean, you have to convince a recruiter to select you. Whenever you send a resume across to a recruiter, you have to ensure that it is updated. You go through it and I mean, you make changes, you update if you've done any training somewhere, if you work somewhere, all that. So ensure that you look at your resume carefully before you send it to people. And another thing which comes to my mind here is about the formatting. I mean, when you send a resume across, I've had people sending resumes to me like this. Hi, and there's please find attached my resume. And the attached document is one.doc or new.doc, new updated.doc. I mean, how does that make sense? So when you are sending something on email to people, you have to format that document. I mean, there's a naming convention associated with that document. You write your name and possibly you write the date, updated date or something, so that the recruiter on the other side, who's receiving tons of CVs, can read that and see, okay, this is a resume of Manu, and not something like new.doc or updated.doc or one.doc. I mean, some of these things are not very related to you now because you guys don't know this, you've not started applying for jobs outside. But when you start doing that, you'll realize that...
Third year, I did my project on steganography using text. And I attended a seminar on Qualnet, which is a simulation software in KSR College of Engineering. And my second year, I attended recent runs in software engineering in Anna University, Trichy.
Santana, look at the third point. Breathe. It is not, hello, I am Santana, I am doing this, I am doing that. No, you're convincing a person who's sitting on the other side. And you have to know that that person is human too. It's not a machine that you're talking to. Right, so can we have somebody who's an interviewer coming forward? Somebody, maybe you? You're also tense? Are you also tense? Come on, I mean, the whole point I want to make out of this exercise is you guys are here in this very reputed college because you've made it. You are already achievers. Now, what is the need to take attention to find a job? Just to these questions. Alright, so this takes me to the very first point that I've written here. When you're saying something about yourselves, do your homework. If you're talking about chess, be ready to get questions that are related to chess. If you talked about some project which I don't know, so I cannot ask you based on that. But chess is a subject which any interview can question you on. So ensure that you know about things